Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Proverbs 22:6. This isn't just a Bible verse, it's a divine blueprint for parenting, a reminder of the power and responsibility placed in the hands of those raising the next generation. Just like a house is only as strong as its foundation, a child's life is built on their formative years. The first few years of a child's life are like laying the concrete, brick by brick, of their character, values, and mindset. Luke 6:48 says, "He is like a man building a house, who dug down deep and laid the foundation on rock. When a flood came, the torrent struck that house but could not shake it, because it was well built." A child whose early years are grounded in love, discipline, and the Word of God will grow up to withstand the storms of life. Think about a young tree. It needs to be watered, protected, sometimes even tied or adjusted toward the sunlight so it can grow straight and strong. So it is with children. Children cannot nurture themselves. They lack the wisdom to make right decisions for their future. That's why God gives them parents. Deuteronomy 6:7 tells us, "These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home." Parenting is an assignment. It's stewardship. We are to water our children with encouragement, correct them with love, and point them toward the Son, Jesus Christ. The habits, discipline, and values instilled in childhood almost always manifest in adulthood. An undisciplined child often becomes an unstable adult. A child raised without boundaries may grow into an adult without self-control. Proverbs 29:15 warns us, "A child left to himself brings shame to his mother, but a child who is taught responsibility, faith, and discipline becomes a tree that bears good fruit." Galatians 6:7 reminds us, "Do not be deceived. God is not mocked, for whatever one sows, that will he also reap." Training a child is like forming the root system of a tree. No matter how tall a tree grows, how far its branches spread, its strength comes from the roots. Jeremiah 17:8 says, "He will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream." Even if a tree is shaken, if the roots are strong, it will not fall. It's important to recognize that even well-trained children can stray. The Bible acknowledges human free will. But here's the promise of Proverbs 22:6. When he is old, he will not depart from it. It doesn't say he will never depart, but that the training will never leave him. Just like the prodigal son in Luke 15, he left, yes, but the values, the memories, the teachings of home remained in him. And when he came to himself, he returned. The seed of truth planted in childhood may lay dormant for a while, but it's there, like indelible ink on the soul. Timothy. In 2 Timothy 1:5, Paul commends the faith passed from Timothy's grandmother Lois and mother Eunice. That foundation made Timothy a faithful leader. Samuel. Raised in the temple by Eli, Samuel's faith foundation was laid by his mother Hannah, a woman of faith. Samuel learned to hear God's voice as a child and became a prophet. Jesus, Luke 2:52 tells us, Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man. Even the Son of God went through a process of growth under the care of Mary and Joseph. Children raised in loving, disciplined homes often go on to lead, inspire, and serve. For example, many great leaders credit their success to a praying mother or a strict but loving father. On the other hand, children raised in chaos often struggle with identity, relationships, and discipline in adulthood. Parents, mentors, guardians, you are builders, you are farmers, you are shepherds. What you plant in your child today will bloom tomorrow. The time you invest, the values you teach, the prayers you whisper, the boundaries you set, all of it matters. Proverbs 22:6 is not just instruction, it's a promise. Train up a child in the way he should go. Because even if they stray, the training remains. Even if they fall, the foundation holds. And in time, many return, not to the words you said, but to the life you lived before them. Psalm 127:3 says, "Children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from him." So raise them with love, raise them with truth, raise them with intention, because how you train a child will shape the adult and even influence generations to come. We do not need to look far today to see the results of indisciplined children, selfish children who are now adults, and leaders in society, whom because of their training have become selfish, hateful, and some a true menace to society. The importance of not only godly training but disciplined children is made more profound in today's society, as we see the evidence children who do not get their way as usual, killing parents and even entire families. We must be reminded that children become adults that will rule and run the world, become rulers of society. And if they are not trained to be kind, loving, caring, they will be leaders and members of society that will govern us with iron rods. Train up a child in the way he, she will go, and in adulthood they will bear the fruits from the tree parents formed. If families are to be good, and society good, and nations good, then children must be trained to be good. Children are to be disciplined to grow to respect authority and others. An old tree cannot be bent. Children who are being mothered and trained not by parents but babies whose minds are being molded by computer to become monsters in society. These children, now adults, were trained to become what they are today. Parents, save yourselves the heartache and take heed to the word of the Lord. Train up the child in the way he, she should go. Remember, children are like clay in a potter's hand. Shape them to become good vessels to hold tomorrow's adult life. If this message encouraged or challenged you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Let's build godly families, one child at a time.